I see a question about the MCAT.
Yes. Yes.
For BME students, I feel the BME track prepares you quite well for it. For example, we have to take physics for engineers, which goes beyond the scope of the MCAT, so you have a very strong foundation for that. For chemistry, you will be taking chemistry as per the BME track, so that also prepares you pretty well for the chemistry portion. For the biology portion, the only thing I think that is not on the BME track that you might need to take would be like biochem. But just like I said before, it's 1 or 2 classes on top. It's not too bad to do. And most BME students don't necessarily have a problem finishing the credits before taking their MCAT, which is usually in their end of junior year, beginning of junior, anywhere in that time frame. So it's not too difficult to make sure that you're getting all your MCAT courses done as well. So that's also another factor in planning and when you're taking your classes. And I haven't necessarily heard anyone specifically struggling with it because of their major.
Okay, what are your experiences with the engineering co-ops and internships available at UConn? So we do not have co-op at UConn, but we have internships available at UConn with research for undergraduates, and it is particularly during summer. We have 10 weeks program that the students are coming, working with a designated professor on the topic which they are choosing. So we have this type of possibility. Also, some professors, they are offering the internship during summer, and they are variety of options. So it depends from the professor. It depends from the campus, because the internships are available in stores and also in Framingham. Yeah.
Can I also add something to that?
Yes, please. Welcome, Elaine.
So UConn also does a really good job with having career fairs multiple times a semester. So those career fairs are a really valuable experience to go to starting freshman year. And a lot of students find that they're getting internships and even jobs when you're a senior from there. So UConn does a really good job, their engineering program, with just making all those different internships available to students.
And to add to that from a pre-med perspective, we have pretty good ties with UConn Health and their engineering labs over there as well. So you can be able to research there and do some shadowing there. So there's quite a bit of connections there for the summer. And even for out of UConn, for example, I was able to do an internship at Mass General Hospital, and that was through one of GP's recommendations for me. So you can also work outside of UConn. There's a lot of connections, and there's a lot of places and options.
What is the most common double major students take with BME in the School of Engineering? Here, Megan, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually not a double major. So,
but who is double major among us right now?
I know a few people who double major with engineering and math, just because there's a lot of overlap. And then some people do like random ones like engineering and history. It's just, if you want to double major, you probably want to make that clear to your advisor off the bat, because it will be a little bit more planning going into your schedule.
I will not say most common, but we are very open to different double majors, like computer science, engineering, yes, material science in the past. Even I had a student double major in art. So it was possibility for me to work with a BME student and art as well. So here we have yes, okay, Joe, you can maybe respond, because you're bringing, we can hear you. Joe. He responded. And what another question? So I will not say most common. We are, I really see a very diverse population of the students. and everything depends from the interest, from the passion. And also you mentioned the question related internship. For example, I'm promoting that the students are going for the interview, and I'm asking them to take even the report which they did and they prepared in my lab. And at this point, it is very successful approach, because I already had, I don't know if Catherine is here, but she was just interviewed by Metronics, brought her report from biomechanics lab and explained what type of elements she was investigating and analyzing. And it was very good and successful, and she got the internship for summer. Yes. Here is.
Okay, question was for employment as a graduate.
Do BME. Here is another question. Yes.
Yeah. So I can
Okay.
answer that. I think most BME students can get a job right out of college if they want to. Some of my friends are getting PhDs, but that's because they want to continue doing research and become professors. But I was able to get a few offers, and will have a job graduating.
Yeah. Yes. Here is another common comment by Joe. Yes, it is a mixed bag. It's correct. We have different opportunities, different life paths, and after some of us would like even to go for master's, some PG. Megan, can you tell us where are you going when you will be graduated?
Yeah, so I'm going to work for Abbott Labs out in California. So I'll be working with heart failure devices, which are what people use when they're waiting for a heart transplant.
Could I add to that point, Dr. GP?
Yes, please. Please, let's go.
Oh, so my thoughts are just that everyone has a plan after they graduate. So I haven't heard of anyone who's just kind of stuck with what they're going to do after graduation. Either people have jobs or internships, or they've decided to go back to school. And so it's not like you go get your degree and then there's nothing to do. I haven't heard of a single person who doesn't know where to go next, which is really reassuring. The program does a good job supporting you to get you to where you need to be.
Yes, and I think, Lexi, in your case, you already, during the fall term, you were aware where you will get the job.
Yeah, so I had an internship and I got a return offer in September. So I've known for a long time,
Very
which has
good.
been nice.
Yes. Yes, in the past, we also, certain senior design projects were industry related, Johnson & Johnson or Spine Wave. And the students who did the project with the Spine Wave, it was the group of 4, but 2 of this team, they already were employed and they are working so far, I think 4th or 5th year. So they are very good. It is just another comment. Oh, if you are worried, oh, here is John, you are, yes, so it is absolutely right that it's good to have as much as possible very diverse experience with the different companies, with the different environment, and absolutely to be better fit and to the expectations in the job. Yeah. Did anyone receive departmental scholarship and how? Yes, it was in the past that some students, they received the scholarship.
Okay.
So at the very beginning, they should address their capacity. They should be very community active students and good scholars for sure. And this is very important to address this issue at the very beginning, because you need a certain approach, and absolutely it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Here is the also Lexi, that School of Engineering releases a scholarship application that you can, okay, whoops. And master level, I don't know, does master level BME help with medical school application? Sahar, you already received the, yes, so tell about your experience.
Yes, sure. So I applied right out of undergrad. So many people do take a gap year in order to finish a master's or a PhD or even just to get clinical experience. That is more based on your interest and so on and so forth. A master's level would help in terms of building on your application, but that doesn't mean that you have to get it in order to matriculate to medical school right after undergrad. It's really up to you and your interests. If you feel like you're a strong candidate coming out of undergrad, you can apply then. Or if you want to apply, but maybe apply to higher schools or different programs that are more BME focused, which there are some medical schools that are more BME focused, having a master's degree could help with that. And I know that UConn does have a lot of support for that system, and there's ways that I think you can expedite the process as well. So that's more on your interest, but I wouldn't say it would be detrimental to not have it. So it's more on how you see your career path going.
Lexi, you can tell about your experience because you were dental at the beginning. Yes, can you share your experience?
Sure. I'm not sure if I'll be super helpful because I did switch out of pre-dental into BME.
No, you don't.
But I think going off of what Sahar said, you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. So if you have high hopes for yourself and you want to get a lot done, you definitely can do that, and people are going to be there to support you. If your intentions aren't in the right place, you won't be as motivated.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would like to do it, everyone is there behind you to help you do that.
Any of you can graduate gone to the specific medical schools designed for engineers? Illinois and okay, it is like a double major. It is what the PhD and the medical degree. I know that they went to Duke, and some students, I remember, they were very sophisticated medical school. I think it was in Texas for astronauts. So the very sophisticated program. So many students, they are reaching out, and I'm even not aware about this type of capacities, but they are bringing to my attention. Is engineering medical curriculum only for engineering graduate? No, I was not aware.
One person asked about honors and BME. So I think a few people in this group chat are both, and they work really well together. A lot of students in BME are honors, and it's really easy to get involved in research, which I did. And then also I'm actually doing my thesis with my senior design project, which is something cool that the BME department allows us to do. So our advisors work really closely together. Good.
Yes, more questions. I can tell you that from my perspective, when I'm observing the students, the junior year, it is very important. And after they accumulate a lot of information, and during senior design, they are really blooming. So it is really a pleasure to be like a partner to their questions, to their concerns. It is a very, very nice experience for me that they are so good in our program.